What a nice place to live. The rolling hills, the secret hideaways nestled beneath our green hues, fueled by crystal veins, our land of wood and water, sweet Jamaica. We'll get a taste of it as we progress. I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your Jamaica Magazine. The top news stories that made the week follow this message.
Hi there, I'm Vaughn Davis with your JIS News of the Week. Parliament has adopted the report of the CARICOM Review Commission led by former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. This adoption comes ahead of Jamaica's chairmanship of the CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Montego Bay this July. Prime Minister Andrew Holness received the report in March 2017 and tabled it in the lower house on February 6 this year.
I believe that the work can be regarded as focused and informative, and that it will become an integral part of the historical record available to the people of the region.
Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith says the revised foreign trade policy will be tabled in Parliament as a white paper soon.
There's an action plan that has been developed together with the policy, and in the coming days we will hold consultations with private sector stakeholders to define a mechanism for monitoring implementation of the policy.
During last week's sitting of the Senate, the Foreign Affairs Minister announced that the Ministry of Finance would be establishing a contractor performance management system. This follows on the Senate's passage of the Public Procurement Amendment Act 2018.
We want a leaner, cleaner procurement process, and we want to ensure value for money. And part of that will be monitoring, oversight, and the use of this performance management system, which is to be implemented.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, is supporting the government's decision to establish an independent fiscal council. The multilateral organization says it also supports the development of a public financial management strategy for natural disasters, as well as BOJ policy rate cuts and lowering of its interest rates. The IMF statement follows a visit to the island from June 11 and 15 to assess the progress of Jamaica's economic reform program, which is being supported by the fund's precautionary standby arrangement. It was reported this week that several business leads have been generated from the third staging of the Jamaica Investment Forum held last week in Montego Bay. Over 200 foreign investors attended the event that was hosted by JAMPRO and opened by Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
You are coming into an economy that's, yes, relatively small, but has tremendous potential for expansion. So if you get in now, imagine what the value of your investment stake will be 5, 10, 15 years' time. Pair that with the commitment of government to good policy and good politics. Jamaica is the right business proposition for you.
A destination assurance policy and strategy is being developed to improve product quality and increase visitor confidence in the tourism sector.
The tourism sector experienced record growth, with earnings contributing to some 8.4% of the country's GDP. Isn't that interesting? So this is to underscore the importance of tourism to the Jamaican economy. And as a result of that, we cannot allow any threat or challenge to interfere with this product.
The Agriculture Ministry has started a drive to get idle farmlands under production, inviting interested persons to apply for land leases now.
I want to invite people who are looking for arable land to get into serious production. You send in your application to me right away. Let me forward it to the Sugar Company Holdings of Jamaica.
The National Works Agency will be spending $100 million on an island-wide drain cleaning project set to start soon. The work will primarily involve the removal of silt, vegetation and solid waste from critical drains across all parishes. And finally, the Chase Fund has given the Maypen and Mandeville Regional Hospitals one laparoscopic tower each and supporting instruments.
It will enable hospitals to increase service delivery and customer care. It will allow for quicker recovery time from surgical procedures. Doctors, clinicians will have access to a technology that will reduce waiting times and provide better service, as well as serve more people.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Vaughn Davis.
So here are the facts.
7 out of 10 Jamaicans die from a non-communicable disease.
Because we love our people and we want them to live better quality lives,
we, the Ministry of Health and our partners, are launching Jamaica Moves.
Jamaica Moves is a call to action to prevent non-communicable diseases.
By educating and encouraging Jamaicans to be active, eat healthy,
and start living 30 minutes at a time.
Because 30 minutes of physical activity each day, along with proper nutrition, can go a long way.
To prevent your risk from developing certain NCDs such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and certain cancers.
And remember, it's life we're promoting. That's why you see me going hard right now.
I'm all about living.
So help us take this first step towards a healthier Jamaica so you can enjoy more moments, more memories, more life.
Providing opportunities, enabling creativity, and making true entrepreneurial dreams. Exactly explain how the Jamaica Business Development Corporation's Accelerator Program is sweetening the pot for our budding business leaders.
One of the questions that we had is really why startups not scaling, or why our existing business is not moving to the next level. And we thought we'd solve that problem with a program that focused on really building the capacity of entrepreneurs to help them to be able to access the available funding, to be able to attract investors, to be able to help them to enter new markets, whether those be local or global, and to increase the power of their connectivity, the network. At least one person has said to me, I will never be able to thank you in this lifetime. For me, that's huge. For JBDC, that's huge. That says that the person's recognizing the impact of the program, that they've seen change not only in themselves, but in the potential of the business, the connectivities, the connections that were made for them, the opening of the market space has been incredible. And they have said that to us.
The Newtown Bakery Limited has actually been around for the last 50 years. It was owned by George Chai, and my husband and I bought the business in 2009. We have under that brand Flavor Fresh and Easy Street. When I entered the Accelerator program, I wanted to just really expand my mind as an entrepreneur. And wow, I'm pleased to say it did just that, but more. Not only did I expand my mind, but learn good business practices, I also was able to network with my colleagues, people of the same mind. It's been wonderful. Now that I've learned good business practices, I'm able to put that into my business, and I'm seeing how it is going to succeed.
Earth Essence JA is a manufacturer of all-natural hair care products. So when I say all-natural, I mean the ingredients that make up our products are from earth. The program has actually taken me from a place of not knowing where to knowing exactly where, what, and how I'm going to be able to get there. The JBDC Accelerator program has opened me up to a wealth of information, but not just information. I've met so many persons that have become a part of my network. I've met persons that are in similar fields that are also of similar mind and have created great friendship through it. Through the JBDC program, I've also been matched with a great mentor in a similar field to me, and I've been able to move my business from where it was to where it is today, and I see myself growing to a greater level in the future.
We are the producers of eco-friendly handcrafted jewelry and home decor items. Our products are all handmade or handcrafted from recycled PET bottles. The JBDC Accelerator program has been a godsend, really. It has really helped us on how to formalize our business and how to really, we appreciate the fact that they basically dissected the business and just showed us the potential that it has, and you know how we can improve on our marketing so that the product can be viewed worldwide. We can get how to get funding and so forth, funding opportunities likewise, and how to better improve our product as well. So it has been a tremendous help to us. In the next 2 to 5 years, based on the fact that we are now operating as a sole trader, we see ourselves as a small company and listing on the junior stock exchange for one. And we want to be known, by then we should be known as the household name for eco-friendly jewelry and accessories and home decor items.
We are a full-service culinary enterprise focusing on premium products. Some of the things that we produce are a condiment line to include pesto, salad dressings, and some dry rubs. Based on my experience with the JBDC Accelerator program, I see my business growing exponentially within the next couple of years, where we're going to be doing more training and development of professionals, as well as production and manufacturing for both the local market and for our export market.
Jerdis Electronic Solution is a recycling company that recycles electronic waste, corporate e-waste. So we purchase corporate e-waste and we do a breakdown and primarily export the products. The JBDC Accelerator program has been very timely. It has helped to identify gaps in the business operation, and we are currently working on steps to correct some of the challenges that the JBDC team has identified. In addition, we have connected to at least 3 prominent mentors locally who are giving us business advice and direction. There's also a great team of like-minded entrepreneurs who we can always bounce ideas on and have a business relationship. Okay, in the next 2 to 5 years, we're hoping to expand our operation to have at least another branch locally and another branch in one of the Caribbean countries, which we are currently working on.
So my company specializes in information technology in terms of consultation and actual implementation. We're cabling specialists first and foremost, and that is infrastructure, so your network, your PBX, your cameras. We do that, but secondly, we also do technical support. The JBDC Accelerator program has actually helped me to grow the business in terms of development, putting in the necessary structure that we need to grow, and also forced me early on, which I appreciated, in terms of hiring more people to assist, because the business started out as a one person pushing and trying to develop, and putting in the accounting practices in place, also adding structure in terms of the more defined job functions for the staff that we're hiring. In another 2 to 5 years, we want to be on the list of the go-to IT companies in the island. So I started the business by building my reputation, being that ghost or that phantom that is just a whisper. But now we're trying to come forth. So as soon as you have an IT problem, we want to be the forefront on the list of companies that you call.
Starlight Chalet and Health Spa Limited, we are a hotel located in Silver Hill Gap, Blue Mountain, St. Andrew. We're right beside Wallingford Coffee Factory, and what we cater to is the ecotourism sector. The accelerator program helped my company in various sections financially, in terms of it taught me how to review my financials on a more professional scale, how to look on the nitty-gritty of things that I would not really look about. It taught me even business model. I wasn't so sure about business model, but it taught me how to mold my business into a successful business. Currently, our business has been successful because we had retained customers. However, it taught me what else I can do in terms of the marketing. I see my business not just a local brand, but a global brand. And based on this program, it taught me so much, and it opens you to the varieties what the world has to offer in terms of knowledge. Every day you're supposed to learn. And with this program, I learned so much. I would recommend any company to join this program, as it will teach you to not think on a small level, but on a worldwide level.
We promised you sweetness, but along with that, we're flavoring it with some always needed potassium, with what is sometimes called the fruit of the wise men, the banana. As healthy as it is, there's one thing that's somewhat annoying: phloem bundles. Now, phloem bundles are those long, pale, dry strings that you see when you peel a banana, and believe it or not, they have a purpose. They act as the plant's vascular system, delivering nutrients up and down the fruit. Phloem bundles, the route to your banana's many benefits.
Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, celebrating over 20 years of investment in community development. JSIF has forged relationships with international funding partners, as well as private and public sector entities. Let us continue to invest to reduce vulnerabilities. Let us build our social capital and resilient infrastructures to ensure full participation in Vision 2030. JSIF, investing for community development.
And now a look at the Jamaica Social Investment Fund's contribution to education in Jamaica.
The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight.
A pillar of Jamaica's development plan, Vision 2030, points to the need for access to quality education. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, continues to make significant contributions to the education sector in Jamaica. They have been effectively mobilizing resources from the CDB Basic Needs Trust Fund, EU Poverty Reduction Program, and the Petro-Caribbean Development Fund, with the aim of improving learning environments. JSIF has successfully completed phases 7 and 8 of the CDB Basic Needs Trust Fund BNTF project. One of the components of the project was to support the expansion and rehabilitation of 9 primary schools across Jamaica from the shift system, as well as to reduce overcrowding in some schools. The Mandeville Primary and Junior High and the Christian and Moravian Primary Schools in Manchester were 2 of the beneficiaries.
Mandeville Primary and Junior High, we transitioned September 1, 2017 into the whole day operation from the shift system. JSIF has been an integral part of the transition in providing us with 12 new classrooms and also with a sanitation system.
Before the Jamaica Social Investment Fund intervened, Christian and Moravian Primary and Infant School was bursting at the seam. We had an enrollment of over 1,000 students with very little space in which to accommodate them. Since the JSIF intervention, we have received 10 new classroom blocks, fully furnished. There was also a rehabilitation component to the project. Our block was rehabilitated, the bathroom facilities were improved. It has boosted the morale of staff, of students, of parents and guardians and other stakeholders.
Silver and gold will vanish away,
but a good education will never decay.
In 2009, the Ministry of Health indicated that 235 primary and junior high schools were using unsafe, unhygienic pit latrines. JSAFE, through the Petro-Caribbean Development Fund, embarked on removing these outdated facilities. This initiative has since led to the construction of 51 sanitation blocks in primary and junior high schools with over 20,000 beneficiaries.
JSAFE has undertaken a huge initiative here. Prior to 2015, we were using pit latrines, and since June of 2015, we can now safely say we are boasting the use of modern toilet facilities.
The bathrooms was very messy. It was terrifying when there wasn't any pipes at the pit latrine, because sometimes when we were coming up from using the bathroom, some persons forgot to wash their hands because there wasn't any water.
I was glad because it was nearer to the classroom. We have running water. It was more cleaner. It was more comfortable, and the toilets, I have more privacy.
Parents would have expressed concern they don't want their children to be coming here to be using pit latrines, but with the new bathroom facilities, we have had an outpour of students coming here. Over 92 students. Prior to we had 65, and the number is growing.
Do all the good you can to all the people you can, in all the ways you can, just as long as you can.
The JSAFE Poverty Reduction Program, PRP, in partnership with the Community Renewal Program funded by the European Union, took on a 48-month project targeting economically marginalized individuals, costing over 1.9 billion Jamaican dollars. The project's objectives are to promote growth through education by improving early childhood institutions, aiding entrepreneurial development, and providing internships, workshops, skills training, as well as tertiary and vocational scholarships.
I got the JSAFE scholarship in my final year at the University of the West Indies in 2015 while pursuing a degree in marine biology and psychology. In my final year, I actually had applied for a student loan, but in receiving the scholarship, it covered my entire school fee, and as such, I was really elated, and I actually sent back the money that I had gotten from student loans.
The Jamaica Social Investment Fund has been a major player in the implementation of several possibility projects across Jamaica.
Thank you, JSAFE. And the CDB.
Thank you, JSAFE, and the Petro-Caribbean Development Fund.
Thanks to the JSAFE PRP program, I really appreciate the scholarship. It helped me in many, many ways.
JSAFE, investing for community development.
And we've hit yet another sweet spot in our show. I'm talking about housing, roads, and skills training for sugar-dependent area residents. It's support that extends to other areas, such as education and environmental preservation and protection. This is the work of the European Union.
Hi, Mas Errol. How you do?
Not too bad.
This is what's so interesting in the paper today, Mas Errol.
Enough things. Did you know that the EU has been doing a lot of work in Jamaica?
Who is the EU again, Mas Errol?
The European Union. A group of European nations that come together to promote social and economic progress and peace across the world.
For true? Newspapers are well and good, but I bet I can find more information from the internet. I know just the person to call. Hi, Minister.
Minister.
Hi, Jody. Hi, Errol. What can you tell us about how the European Union has been helping Jamaica?
Over the past 43 years, we have received approximately 1.2 billion euros, and this has run the gamut of a number of developmental programs. A particular area of support has been in the area of agriculture. The EU has provided grant funding and support funding for sugar-dependent areas.
Between 2006 and 2017, the EU provided some 23 billion Jamaican dollars to help people living in areas that are dependent on sugar. Under the AMS, 397 houses have been built for residents. This replaces the old barracks-type housing in which they used to live.
The condition of the barracks were completely rough.
No light, no water.
We never have any transport. The bathroom is outside and the toilet was a pit toilet.
We never have no tank, we have a tank. The lights are here, the bathroom inside, the kitchen inside.
Thank God for the benefit we have right now.
Nearly 200 miles of roads have been built or reconstructed in the parishes of St. Catherine, St. Thomas, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland and Clarendon.
Based on the roads that we did, it has created some form of ease for the truckers. Citizens of the area, they also benefit from the road.
More than 2,000 SDA residents have received vocational training.
The center would have been equipped to the tune of over 7 million Jamaican dollars to purchase various forms of training supplies and equipment across 3 skill areas: apiculture, bartending, and cosmetology.
I have been receiving training in various areas such as facial, massage, nail.
They have helped me to be certified and I can now earn an honest living from this.
The EU provided over 100 million Jamaican dollars in new business grants to residents in sugar-dependent areas.
Thanks to the EU for giving me this injection of 1,000 chickens, the feed and medication.
I received $1 million and it makes me into a woman that I am today.
The EU's AMS program has also funded extensive improvement to health facilities.
We expand the waiting area, operational space for our doctors and nurses.
The staff morale, it has improved because you're better able to work with more privacy.
With the funding, we're able to open this section we call the male ward. It is marked improvement over what it was.
You feel comfortable, feel like at home.
Enhancement of educational facilities.
I have assisted us in erecting an auditorium. We have a fully refurbished computer lab, and we have a library with over 300 books.
We got $11 million to build the facility, and it was a wonderful restroom for the school, and we appreciate it.
Upgrade of childcare facilities.
The funds were used to retile the bathrooms. We improved the plumbing area on the dorms, extended the kitchen and the dining room.
Conservation of the environment.
We embarked on a project here in Salt River, the Portland Biodiscovery Center. Funding has gone towards the erection of the building as well as the construction of the boardwalk.
Increased access to sporting facilities and the preservation of Jamaica's historical architecture.
We were fortunate to get funding for the rehabilitation of the building with computers and computer workstations.
The EU-Jamaica relationship has strengthened considerably in recent years.
Our contribution focused on building resilience, improving quality of life of people in the communities, and providing alternatives. I am absolutely confident that the strong and very constructive relationship that we have today, based on trust, based on partnership, will continue.
You see how the European Union partner with us?
You're right, Mas Errol. Life's sweet of it true with the EU.
Stay tuned with the happenings of your nation and share with us on our social media sites the sweetness in your corner of this or 876 and soon to come 658. The JIS team is also enabling you with our website and mobile apps. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.